Sometimes you don't know where you stand until you see where you fall. The police dispatcher is asking if I'm okay. On so many levels, I'm not. This is real. This is me. I am that woman calling the police because he abused me. My name is Shande Carpenter. I've been born and raised in San Diego County and currently live in Carlsbad. I was a Carlsbad police officer for 16 years, and now I'm a criminal investigator for LA County for the past 9. When we started, there hadn't been any females at Carlsbad in years. I didn't go out to prove anything. I went out to do my job, but that was where the proof was. Domestic violence calls are by far and away the most dangerous call for a police officer. Because there are emotions involved, these two people, there's potentially weapons involved. Having been a police officer who went to these types of calls and dealt with these kinds of calls for years and years and years, and then having at the same time later entering into a relationship that was domestic violence, where I ended up having to call the police because I was hurt and I was in shock, and this event occurred again, and I was physically hurt and bruised and red marks on my neck from being choked and scrapes on my arms. And so I called the police, and the police that I called was Carlsbad. And so it was, when they came, that was a moment for me in my life where all the walls came down, because I said, you know what, I'm going to do the right thing. I mean, they're here, they can see what happened. I'm going to tell them what happened. I'm not going to cover for this other person. I'm going to tell them the complete truth and everything that happened. But doing that is such a huge, huge transitional time for a person who's been abused, because most of the time you've kept so much of that to yourself because you feel shameful that you've stayed with that. You feel stupid because who stays with that? You love them, but at the same time it hurts to love them, and you have so many things that you're not even able to answer for yourself. Then when this event happened and stuff, and I started looking back on my journals from that period of my life and things, I thought, you know what, I'm going to write about this, because even though it makes me feel really vulnerable to put this stuff out there and to talk about it candidly, I thought, you know what, if I can do it, then maybe other people will go, oh, it's okay to do that? Okay, well, then I can do it too. And it would almost be like a domino effect. If people started to realize, oh, I can talk about these things, and guess what? These things aren't my fault. And these things people told me aren't true, about me. That's not me. And it's just been such a healing process, and I just want to, for me, I want to encourage people that, yes, I was a police officer, and I had all these attachments that came with that, and I had to, I had everyone always telling me how strong I was and how together I had everything, And I used to think to myself, God, I wish I didn't have to try to be that. I wish I didn't have to try to live up to all these things you're telling me. Because the more I have to live up to these things you're saying to me, the more I can't be me. I feel so much, yet nothing. It doesn't feel real, yet it is. No more pretending everything is okay. No more covering for him. No more backing down in fear. None of that is okay, and I will not do it anymore.